Up next, it looks like we've got Woodstone Kitchens here coming through, or kitchen, excuse me, if it's singular. I'm not messing up too much.
It's Woodstone ovens coming to us from their beautiful kitchen. So
there we go.
We got Chef Anthony coming up next, which I'm really excited about.
And he's here right now, so let me jump off. Anthony, I can't wait, bud. Looking forward to it.
Anthony, where are you, sir? Where are you?
Can you see me? Hear me?
Yes. How are you?
There we go. I'm doing well. I've been enjoying the show all day.
We've been waiting for you. What's happening? What do you got going on?
Just hanging out, cooking pizzas like normal.
Man, how many ovens you got going over there?
I currently have 3 going on right now. This is a demo kitchen and a test kitchen, so we've got some visitors later in the week. So we can set up our kitchen however we need to. So it's one of the perks of being attached to our factory here in Bellingham is being able to move in any oven that we need that we can demo for a customer. So
beautiful. So can I admit something to you?
Please do.
I tried not to like your ovens.
Oh, okay.
I tried,
good.
And I'll tell you why. Because it seemed like there was a period of time where everywhere I went, there was a Woodstone. A Woodstone. Whether I was at the Pizza Expo or whatever restaurant was opening, it was all Woodstone, right? And I was like, there's something about it. It's like if something's too popular, I'm always skeptical. But I got to say, I've worked on a bunch of your ovens, both at the gas company and in people's kitchens, in their homes, and in restaurants. And I got to say, you have a very versatile line of ovens there. So whatever you're doing, you guys are doing well. Keep it up.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you came around to us. So
I mean, you guys make it easy. I love that fire deck. For me, the game changer with your ovens, and I'm unbiased, is that I've worked a lot of wood-fired ovens and I've trained a lot of people on those ovens, and having the ability to maintain a deck temperature of, let's say, 500 or 550 minimum, right, means that you're going to have a more consistent product. And you probably know, like me, that especially when you're opening a place and you're training people on wood and how to rotate the pies and how to do the slap and stretch and how to dome and how to add fuel to the fire, man, the deck temperature is up and down, consistency is up and down, but you guys have it dialed in. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of speaking of our fire deck here behind me, and it's a feature available on most of our ovens, but it's the underfloor burner that allows us to set that floor temperature, and you can basically leave it there at whatever temperature you're cooking at, control your flames however you need to finish tops of pizzas, and that underfloor burner is going to kick on during your high production periods. You can also walk away for a little while during your slow periods, keep your flames nice and low, and that underfloor burner is going to regulate that floor temperature for you. So you know what you're walking into when you come back to the oven.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So where are you today?
We're in Bellingham, Washington. So we're almost to the Canadian border. It's about an hour and a half north of Seattle. But this is our test kitchen and our manufacturing facility. So all these ovens are built right here in this building.
Beautiful. And what are you going to show us today?
I'm going to kind of play on the theme that I've been hearing some folks talk about already today, and that's just different styles of pizza. And I've been seeing a lot of different ovens and that are oftentimes associated with certain styles of pizza. And one thing we try to do in the kitchen here is get people used to the idea of, these ovens aren't just for, Neapolitan style, the stone hearth, open flame is oftentimes associated with that more artisan style. But we can really be successful with different styles of pizza. So I've got, Kevin was showing you earlier, sort of a larger 18-inch, I wouldn't call it a true New York style, but if you were doing a slice program, this is more of your 8-minute bake out of our fire deck oven. And then pan pizzas over here. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about pan pizzas today. Obviously, people don't really think about our ovens when they think of pan pizza or Detroit pizza, but we've been really successful with that. And part of that is the underfloor burner in the morning. And I think some folks are talking about the par baking that they're doing on their pizzas. And that's basically what I did here. So if in the morning you have your flames low and you do your par bake on your pan, you can have that heat pushing up through the floor with the infrared burner. And that's how you're getting your bake going on, the color underneath, the cheese starting to caramelize, all that good stuff. And then later on went back in and topped this. So I'll pull that out in a second. I'm just going to throw this one in for a moment. So Detroit style, we really are, we live predominantly in that fast casual pizza world. More of a 10 to 12 inch pie, 3 to 5 minute bake. That's kind of really where we do most of our business, and a lot of our customers are doing that style. But I just wanted to kind of, introduce you to all the other things you can do with a Woodstone oven. And then on the far corner over here, this is kind of back to our roots of where we began 30 plus years ago, really based on, old world Italian wood-fired ovens. This particular oven is our traditional series oven, and I have it set up as a predominantly wood fire. It does, however, have a gas assist under the floor. I don't have it on right now because obviously I'm not cooking enough pizza to take energy out of the floor to even engage the underfloor burner. So it's really all about that wood fire right now.
Beautiful. Can I ask you a question? What do you when you say gas assist, what exactly does that mean?
For us, there's a few ways people can use gas assist. Nowadays people are trending heavily towards gas-fired equipment, and even more so electrical, just because of the ease of install, ease of operation. So early on when we were transitioning from 100% wood fire, the idea of having a gas flame that you could heat the oven up with in the morning and then switch over to wood fire, you're cutting down on your, wood consumption. You don't have to get to your kitchen at 5 a.m. to, start a wood fire. So that's one way people use it. What I think we see more often nowadays is people moving towards the using the wood for the aesthetic and using the gas primarily as their cooking flame. So like in this oven, for example, we have several customers who, instead of having that gas flame in the very back where it says Woodstone, that would be gone and they could just burn wood back there. So that would be wood gas assist, or really it's gas with a little wood assist in that situation. But there are a number of configurations for the wood and gas assist. And like I said, most people are leaning heavily on the gas and using the wood for just for the show, basically. So
I've done it both ways. I like to lean on the gas just to get the oven up and running, and then use wood and just a little bit of gas just to keep the hearth going. It's a beautiful combo.
Yeah, and one thing too about Woodstone in particular, our gas flame is actually it's designed purposefully to look like a wood fire. It's got that really nice orange glow. I mean, if you look at these two ovens side by side with the wood going on the right and the gas on the left, I mean, we do have some folks who walk up and think that our oven is wood fired when we're really just running it on 100% gas. So
yeah. Another thing that I think is groundbreaking is those glass doors you have on that fire deck. When I mean, because I've always had a problem with regulating ovens that have, the big open door. And it's one thing when you have like a Neapolitan oven with a tiny door, but when you're using one of your big fire decks and you're doing like major production, I can put 16 pizzas in some of those ovens. Man, be able to close the door, but also keep an eye on those pizzas through glass is unbelievable.
Yeah, and those doors are they're a lifesaver for the cook too, right? If you're on a 5-foot line and you've got a 600-degree oven behind you, it's kind of nice to have that shield to drop down to protect your back a little bit. So
what are we looking at now?
So I just pulled this Detroit pie out of the pan here. Just going to cut it for you. I'm going to show you what we're working with using Lloyd pan here. This is, I believe it's about a 14-inch by 10-inch. And my process here, I use a little bit of Crisco as my releasing agent. I know people use different things. It's worked really well for me. And so I'll take my dough ball, I'll press it out to the corners. I put my cheese around the edges, and I kind of let the dough do a secondary rise after I've opened it up. So it kind of pushes into the cheese a little bit while it's opening up. And then I go into do my par bake. And actually, I found recently I like to par bake with the lid on.
Love those things.
It helps protect the dough a little bit from getting too crisp on top, and it's going to receive the toppings a little better. If you have any issues with like the dough kind of rising in the center. Another trick that I've been working with is throwing just a couple of ice cubes on there, just enough moisture and weight to keep the dough pressed to the pan, but it's going to evaporate by the time the dough's cooked. So those are a couple of strategies I've used to be successful with this style of pizza.
Yeah, do me a favor. I hope you have a little time to answer some questions in the chat, because I think those little lids that you just showed us are groundbreaking, and I love the fact that you can cook in a wood-fired oven or an oven like yours, and you can regulate the top heat using those $4 or $5 lids. I mean, for me, those are a game changer, and they work great for proofing too.
Yeah, no, I love them. We take them to, we use them in the kitchen all the time. We take them to trade shows. So this is our little crust here. Now the dough that I'm using on the Detroit here is, it's by no means a traditional, I would say, Detroit pizza. It's not what you're going to find at, Buddy's or something like that in Detroit. This is really our woodstone dough. We call it our West Coast dough. We're out here on the West Coast, obviously, and it doesn't really fit into any traditional category of pizza. It's pretty artisan, but it's also very universal. So I use it. It's the same dough that I used for this 18-inch pie, same dough that I'm using for the Detroit. And one other thing I wanted to do while I'm here is a little Neapolitan out of our wood-fired oven, and this is a Caputo product. And,
you're using is that a Nuvola flour you're using?
Yes, it is, and this is we have a Orlando Foods is one of our friends and partners, and they provide us with great product here in the kitchen. So we do use their product. Now this recipe is it is more of they call it a contemporary Neapolitan. So it uses a biga. It's a little higher hydration than what I've seen a lot of Neapolitan pizza. And I've been playing with it a lot lately, and it really gives a nice, beautiful crust. Really lots of bubbling, good rise on the heel. I've just really enjoyed it.
I'm sorry, when you say good rise on the heel, for people who are not initiated, what's the heel?
The heel is that, that part of the edge of the crust that kind of curves up, just like the heel of your foot, but it's just sort of the heel of the pizza, right? So
love it. So I mean, I wish I could be there with you right now. How does that dough feel? It looks really soft. It looks like it opens up without having to really pull it too much. Is that because of the high hydration?
I would say so, yeah. And in fact, I actually balled this morning. So I always kind of prefer, if I can, to ball a day ahead of time and give it a night in the walk-in. And for me, it always opens up easier that way. But this is, like I said, balled this morning. The high hydration, I think, has really allowed it to proof nicely, and been proofing at room temperature even as well.
Love it.
I'm just going to do a little Neapolitan here. I will admit that Neapolitan pizza is of all the styles that I do, it's the one that I would say I'm the least experienced with. So hopefully I do it some justice here.
I think your pizza looks great. I like the way you open up the dough. I like how you're being very sparse with your toppings. In a lot of ways, I think you're really keeping to the tradition very well. Don't second guess yourself.
All right. I've seen a little bit of my olive oil over here.
Really nice. I'm just out of curiosity, what kind of tomatoes are you using?
We have a couple types here. I use Stanislaus tomatoes typically, and we also do get Chow tomatoes as well.
Got it.
From Orlando.
Got it.
Today I had this. This particular batch today is Stanislaus that I have going on.
Now, wait, where is there a shelf in that oven? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. I almost forgot. So thank you for. I mean, so yeah, I had some tomatoes roasting up here. So the shelf in the back of this oven is pretty cool. We have it available on our fire decks and other ovens as well. But it'll raise your product a good 7 to 8 inches off the deck, and if you're looking for instant char, it's like having an instant, salamander broiler right there in your oven. It's a good 150 to 200 degrees hotter up there in that location. So really good option for people who are looking for instant heat up there. If they've got apps, chicken wings, meatballs, things like that, it's a really great option for them.
Man, you make it look easy over there. But you know what? I got to say, Justin is here. Justin, what are you doing? Has it been 15 minutes already?
It has. Unfortunately, Anthony, I don't know if we're going to get to see the finishing on this bake. It looks beautiful, and it's making me very hungry. I'll be I'm gonna hop on the train and see you guys in a day or so. Come hang out in that kitchen. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of
Please do.
fun.
Come
Yeah.
anytime. We are open.
I love it. Just hanging out making pizza. You said I'm hip.
That's right.
So, awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, bud. We'll keep making, keep baking, man. We want to see. Maybe we'll check back with you. Maybe you can take a photo of that or something, and we can all check it out.
We'll put a photo in the chat for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much. So, you know what? That was awesome. I loved seeing that little top shelf that you could just jump up on there